Guys? Welcome to the Ringside Hookah podcast. I am back with Chris Fernandez, and we're going to do a quick Raw recap for you guys. And this was the Raw after Money in the Bank.
Which was it was a pretty good one. It opened up very well. So really quick, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the opening of Raw, which was pretty good. It followed up right where the pay-per-view left off for the most part. You had Alexa Bliss coming out, accepting her new title that she won from I guess Nia Jax the night before, and she was presented it by Kurt Angle, and right away Ronda comes out, starts raising hell. Now Kurt Angle tries to hold her back. They ain't working with Ronda. Ronda judo
Beats him with
throws.
the
Judo
yeah.
throws. Kurt Angle goes right after Alexa. Starts beating her ass with the briefcase. Then starts beating the crap out of Kurt Angle with the briefcase. Punches him in the corner.
Some referees come out, they get beat up.
The referees come out. They get kicked and punched and beat up. And then she grabs little Miss Bliss and puts her through a table. Now, if that's not a way to open Raw, I don't know what is.
And right after this ended, Kurt Angle said, Ronda, you're suspended 30 days, so I guess he's going to go promote her movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Which is only fair because I think he did the same thing to Braun Strowman.
And we know Mark Wahlberg's a big fan of the product, so I'm pretty sure Mark Wahlberg called into favor with them too, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. But I really like this. It shows Ronda's unhinged. It shows that it just builds up more of a big fight feel with Alexa Bliss. I mean, not that it needed it, but it definitely is going to be even better because once she gets her hands on Alexa Bliss, it's going to be crazy. I don't think... You think it will be a squash match? Are you calling it now?
I could see maybe if they bring her back early, like have a table match at Extreme Rules, and it being like a corny finish to, like, you know how Cody Rhodes and Big Show was back in the day, where Big Show stepped through the table or something.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, and then because I think Ronda wins the title for sure at SummerSlam. I don't think she wins at Extreme Rules.
Very interesting. Now for the next one.
What are you smoking, by the way? What are you smoking, by the way, bro?
I'm smoking New Mint in Provost and an alpaca bowl. I'm not using Superior Coals today because I wanted to try out these new Prestige Coals. Pretty good, and it's going pretty well right now. I wanted a good mint bowl, man.
Cool. Yeah, I got some Trifecta Peach and Dirty Mint going with the Prestige Coals as well. Goodfella V4 on a B2 Reaper.
And I like it because that sounds pretty good. It's a pretty shallow bowl, that Goodfella.
So they released a shallow version too, but this is the original, the first batch release.
Gotcha.
I got it in my 5-star mystery bag.
What setup you have? I have my matte pair with my
I got going on the B2 Reaper.
The B2 Reaper, small one, right?
Yeah.
How do you like the tray on that bad boy?
So I got a Sika tray that I put over it because the tray doesn't help at all.
Yeah, I don't like purely aesthetic trays. Don't give me a tray at all. Then I'll just might as well just wrap it with tissue paper because it's just gonna be useless.
Yeah, so I put a Sika tray on top of it.
Okay, I hear that. I understand. I understand the pain that you're going through. So you should just get a matte pair. I'm saying.
Maybe at the expo. I'll see how many people want to do a group buy with me.
Just group buy. I'm not buying another one. But Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, bro, amazing. A good match.
Dude,
what you expect out of Dolph Ziggler. Very Shawn Michaels-esque. I don't think Dolph Ziggler is yet to hit the fucking Sweet Chin Music ever. We can debate that, but I don't remember seeing it.
He hits super kicks, but not the Sweet Sin. No, never.
But it's not the same kick. Like, the Sweet Chin Music's supposed to have more power. It's supposed to be your finisher, but I've yet to see him actually hit it. I think he likes missing it. I think he likes how it looks.
Dude, this guy sells like no other, so I know he likes missing it because
it looks good.
He's the best. He's the best seller on the roster. So,
who knew 2018 Dolph Ziggler would be Intercontinental Champion?
Well, I'm kind of confused because when he won the U.S. title, he put it down and said, "I'm leaving." So I have no clue why he wants the IC title, but good for him, man. Like,
they never addressed that. You know, they never addressed that. He just came back to like the next week.
Yeah, he re-signed. So I don't know. I like what they're doing with him and McIntyre. Slow build. Hopefully, it's not like the women's friendships that we've seen, and hopefully, it goes somewhere.
I think it's kind of gonna be like Diesel, Shawn Michaels. They're drawing a lot of parallels.
Do you think it's to where they just like end up facing one another, or do you think it's going
Oh,
to be to
oh,
where
of course. How else are you
no?
gonna put McIntyre over? If you have a valet to a champion, it's only gonna be to the point where the valet becomes more popular than the champ. If he becomes more
Unless
popular.
unless it's Virgil with the $1 Million Man.
Oh God, Virgil. Oh God.
Uh,
Well, what'd you think of the match? I thought it was very good, very fast paced, very well executed. Uh,
Very
I
good
I I,
match.
I like the heel Dolph Ziggler moves. He hit the Faymaster. Um, he missed a super kick, obviously, but he rolled him up, I believe, right, with the
Rolled him
tights,
up and pulled the tights, which
which
Seth
was a call,
Rollins had to.
which was a callback to the Money in the Bank when he did that when that got put on him, and then he reversed it and did it back to.
So, so on our Money in the Bank recap, we talked about Elias needs something different. What if after the match, like when they started beating him, Elias came out and made the save out of respect?
There's no respect because he lost dirty.
Yeah, man. But I feel like he could have done something there. But I agree with
That
you.
would have been a big move for him. That would have been awesome, but it would have been out of character. So I do like seeing Dolph Ziggler as the IC title champion, but I'm curious to know where it's gonna go. I think he's gonna hold on to it for a while, especially with that big man holding him, got his back. You know,
Who's his next feud? You think? Because he's gonna go over Seth Rollins again next
dude,
week.
these rosters aren't even that deep, so you can't even ask me a question like that. I'm not even sure.
What about Bobby Roode going for the IC title
Didn't did Dolph Ziggler lose to Bobby Roode?
on SmackDown when he didn't have a bodyguard?
Hmm. We'll see how it works this time. Maybe. I don't see Bobby Roode doing anything else, anyways.
You could do it and just see this could be your last ditch effort to get Bobby Roode over rather than just his theme song, because Bobby Roode's a natural heel, as we know.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. That heel position's pretty well held by Dolph Ziggler right now. I don't know. Two heels?
Yeah, that's
I don't think so, man. I don't know. But let's get into the other one. There's not much to talk about with Seth and Dolph. I mean, Dolph is the new IC champion. I mean, really,
quick pause. I just got breaking news. Big Cass got released.
Big Cass is no more. So WWE announces the release of Big Cass on Tuesday. Issue release. WWE has come to terms with the release of William Morrissey, Big Cass. And I mean, we were just talking shit about Big Cass
I
moments
don't want to see
ago.
anyone. I don't want to see anyone lose their job though. But it
It,
could be a
it,
blessing in disguise for
it
him.
is interesting to note WWE opted to leave out wishing Big Cass the best in his future endeavors as they normally would. Hmm.
Do you
Hmm.
do you think him and Enzo on the Indies could work?
I didn't think they liked each other, right?
I didn't watch the interview. I heard after Big Cass's injury, they kind of fell apart. But before that, they were pretty tight. Dude, just have Enzo be his mouthpiece. He can't talk.
No, he's bad. I mean, I'm surprised they'd even put him back to NXT and not like you were mentioning. That's craziness. Breaking news, huh?
But it could be a blessing in disguise for him. It was a blessing in disguise for McIntyre. Dude, honestly, if he goes to Impact, him and Brian Cage could tear it up for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
where else is he going? I
he,
don't think Ring of Honor is gonna be knocking on Big Cass's door.
he's not ready for New Japan.
And I think Big Cass will take a pay cut to go to Impact. He has no other options.
And
He
it's Orlando.
and he lives in
And
Orlando, right? Yeah.
yeah, but Impact's based out of Canada now, I think. So I have no clue what's going on there.
Hmm. Interesting. Well,
But yeah,
we wish Big Cass the best. Not like he's gonna see this, but Big Cass, hopefully you get a better gimmick and you get a better big man gimmick because they squandered you.
and I hope maybe a year or two down the line they do bring him and Enjo back. It could be a great topic for a 24 documentary, like I
That
said.
would be dope. Down the line, maybe a year or two. Hell yeah. All right. Sorry, Big Cass. You gotta go when you gotta go.
And there's rumors Sami Zayn is hurt because he wasn't backstage last night.
Hmm. So why Sami Zayn lost to Bobby Lashley in quick fashion? So we were talking about how it was a squash match, and I did not like it. But the reports of very good reason saying that Sami Zayn has been battling with an undisclosed injury and has been working through it in recent weeks. Zayn was not at Monday Night Raw taping last night in Grand Rapids, and it would appear his quick loss to Lashley at Money in the Bank was a way to write him off television for the time being. Bring him back as El Generico. Just
On
do it.
SmackDown. On SmackDown. Not even on Raw. On SmackDown.
Yeah, just do it, man. Just do it. Okay, now that we got all the bullshit out of the way, with the breaking news.
Oh, one more thing. El Generico and Cien Almas could be money if they put him on SmackDown.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Cien Almas. I hope they put him in some type of faction. He's really good, and the fact that he's not on TV every week is a fucking disservice.
And Zelina Vega is a babe.
She's hot.
She's beautiful, dude.
She's hot. Okay.
She's beautiful.
Bobby Roode versus Kurt Hawkins. What do you got to say about this?
Quick squash match. I want Kurt Hawkins to get a damn win. Dude, like, guy is paying his dues. Let him freaking beat someone. I don't care who it is. Let him get a win.
Do you think you think Kurt Hawkins might get a win at WrestleMania?
Dude, if he wins the Andre Battle Royal out of nowhere, it would be hilarious.
And also to make a point that Bobby Roode was physically injured in this match, where he had his ribs taped up from the night before because Finn Balor hit him with the coup de grace. So I mean,
basically all this was a quick roll up. Roode kicked out, hit him with the DDT. It was over.
Yeah, Hawkins tried to get some early offense in, and then Roode hit him with the spine buster. Then Roode did the glorious DDT, and it was over. Winner, Bobby Roode.
Do you think maybe they can put Kurt Hawkins and Jack Ryder back together? Like, because we don't know what's going on.
Well, you gotta get Rhino out of there.
No, Ryder, not Heath Slater.
Ryder. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk about Mojo later, but
yeah, we'll get the Mojo. Right now, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman's doing his thing in the ring. He had a backstage segment for a little bit. Basically, Braun Strowman comes down, starts talking trash to everyone, saying he's the real monster in the bank. And then Kevin Owens comes down and says,
I do not like that nickname, by the way. Monster in the Bank, do not make that into a t-shirt, please.
Braun was physically surprised to see Owens in the ring because he knew he just threw him off a ladder, a 20-foot ladder, the night before. Owens basically just wanted to be the first man in the locker room to say congratulations, trying to really kiss up to Braun Strowman so he doesn't keep getting beat up by Braun Strowman because he saw what he did to him. And Kevin Owens is not a fan of punishment. So the crowd was chanting, you deserve it, and I think this was a strategy on Kevin Owens' part to try to butter him up, and Braun Strowman wasn't having it, went in for the handshake, tried to put him into a suplex or the body slam. Kevin Owens countered it and rolled out of the ring and said, I'm out. And then for the rest of the night, basically Braun Strowman is chasing Kevin Owens around the arena. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Next match was...
It was, the next match was Wyatt and Hardy versus Rhino.
And Slater, right?
Yes, Rhino and Slater. So...
before this match, there was a hilarious B-Team promo. I know you're not high on the B-Team, but the promo was hilarious. It was Curtis Axel dressed up as Matt Hardy, Bo dressed up as Bray Wyatt.
Uh-huh.
I definitely recommend going on YouTube just to watch it. Chris, I think you'll get a good laugh out of it.
I saw it. They had the wigs and the fake facial hair. I think it was funny. I like that the B team is getting a little airtime. They're getting to do what they want to do, which is comedic stuff, which they've always been pretty good at. The bell rang, and basically Rhino and Slater basically tried to ambush them, basically. Yeah. But then Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy basically took control of the match and basically turned it back around, hit him with the signature moves, twist of fate, all that stuff, and it was basically over from there. I mean, it was a short match. After the match, Wyatt and Hardy take the titles as the music hits, and they pose in the middle of the ring just like they always do, and basically they went on to the next segment, which is basically they had a backstage segment with Baron Corbin. And he says that Commissioner Stephanie McMahon is pleased how Kurt Angle is handling Ronda Rousey, all that other stuff, blah, blah. Just backstage banter between Corbin and Kurt Angle vying over power because of Stephanie McMahon's off-air camera persona or whatever. Where do you think this is going? Like, do you see Kurt
Con-
Angle like getting knocked off as like commissioner?
I, dude, I think I hate I'm saying this, man. Like, Baron Corbin's like one of the true heels you have, right? I think this is going to build up to Jason Jordan return, and Jason Jordan like, yo, quit bullying my dad. Jason Jordan gets over, eventually leading to Jason Jordan Kurt Angle match.
You think Jason Jordan's gonna get over? He's been out for a while, so maybe he might get that. That returning pop.
But I mean, against Baron Corbin, someone has to, you're going to get a pop regardless.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see where this goes.
Jinder got a pop against Baron Corbin on SmackDown when Baron tried to cash in. Remember?
Yeah, but people like Baron Corbin now, especially with the shaved head. He looks like badass.
Eh.
Yeah, well, this leads into the next part: Jinder Mahal versus Chad Gable.
Jinder comes out saying he may have lost the match, but he won the battle, which makes no sense. Preaching Shanti. Do you know what Shanti means, bro?
No,
Shanti means peace. So I think Jinder Mahal is going to become Peacemaker Mahal to when the bell rings, and then he just goes off.
Yeah, it's the modern day Maharaja has found tranquility, which I don't know what that. That maybe they're trying to change something in his character gimmick or something like that. Maybe make him into a face, But basically, Jinder turned it around on Gable pretty quickly, man. Hit him with a couple good suplexes. Gable went to the top rope, did a moonsault, but Jinder kicked out at 2. Then Jinder gets back up, basically hits him with the big boot, hits him with the Colossus. It's game over. It's a pretty good win for Jinder Mahal. He looked pretty good here.
Dude, 1 second. I'm going to look up how much Gable weighs because I think Gable could be awesome on 205 Live.
I'm sure he's definitely more of a 205 guy, 205 Live guy.
Gable weighs 202.
Yeah, I mean he could do it. I mean, after the match, Jinder was in the ring, standing tall. His music was hitting. Then we went backstage. We saw, the Riot Squad doing whatever the Riot Squad does, tipping things over, taunting staffers.
Breaking laptops. Yeah, all this
Yeah,
stuff.
doing random shit because they have a match coming up next, which was Sasha Banks, Bailey, and the Riot Squad here, and there was also like a backstage segment where Sasha Banks and Bailey's trying to say, listen, we need to beat these chicks, we can take them out, we need to work as a team, blah blah blah. All the stuff we've seen, it's getting tired, it's getting boring.
Look, I love Sasha. I'm okay on Bailey. I don't want to see this. Like, unless you're gonna give me unless you're gonna let them go at Extreme Rules, and when I say let them go, I mean give them 20 minutes where they're putting each other through tables, steel chairs, going through the audience. I don't want to see it.
They haven't had that match since NXT that really put that feud over.
And it's at this point, it's a blood feud. They're like attacking each other backstage. I don't know what's going on. Like, I want a real finish.
That's true. I can't agree with you more. But to talk about Sasha Banks and Bailey, they come out. Sasha Banks comes out first. Bailey comes out next. Then you got the Riot Squad coming out. You got Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sasha Logan. 3-on-2 basically was. I knew that the Riot Squad was just basically gonna have this from the start. I mean, they got Sasha Banks and Bailey got some good offense in, but ultimately it comes down to like the numbers game. Basically, you got Logan goes on the apron, distracting the referee. Bailey charges off after her. Logan takes advantage and rocks Bailey while the referee's distracted by Bailey, which Bailey, I guess, unintentionally distracted the referee, and then Liv Morgan just rolls Banks up for the win. I didn't think it was going to end up any different way. This happened exactly how I thought it was going to be, and we can't say much more. I mean, and then afterwards, later on, it led to Sasha Banks and Bailey going at it backstage, where actually Bailey did a very heel move by attacking Sasha Banks from behind.
Yeah, and then Sasha got the best of it. She threw Bailey into a metal trash can, threw a solo cup on her. Yeah, that's all I want to talk about that.
Oh wow, yeah, so riveting. So they go into next match. the Revival versus Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Now,
One thing I will. One
go,
thing I want to say about this: before it started, Bobby and Roman were going back and forth. Kurt Angle teased a multi-man match at Extreme Rules to determine Brock's next challenger. And when the Revival came out, they're like, "We earn our stuff." Roman did this funny thing where he was like, "Well, maybe if in this tag team match Bobby watches me correctly, he might learn a thing or two." And I thought that was pretty funny because I like cocky Roman.
Cocky Roman's pretty funny. Heel Roman is good. We haven't got heel Roman yet. So basically, they when they come back from a commercial, it's the Revival versus Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, the match that no one wanted, no one asked for. I mean, the Revival looked good, but you have two very strong people, as in Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, in that ring. And as strong as the Revival is in strength as a tag team, they're just not stronger than
Dude,
Bobby
how
Lashley.
the Revival has fallen, right?
I mean, they got pow-powed backstage and they never really recovered. I mean, I don't
Uh,
know. I mean, this match basically ends with Roman Reigns calling for the Superman punch, hits Dawson with it. Dash rolls up Roman Reigns from behind for a close 2 count. Reigns with the Superman punch on Dash Wilder. Oh no, Dash Dawson? No, Dash Wilder, right? Yeah.
Wilder, yeah.
And then Lashley hits a huge spear on Dash instead and covers for the win. So it's showing that like each Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley in this match were just trying to one each other up, one up each other, and basically that's all it was. It was just a match to see who was more dominant, and sadly it was at the Revival's expense, which I wish that I don't know what they're gonna do with them. They're not even in the tag team division really. They're just out there somewhere.
Man, and like it sucks because before one of them like broke their jaw, they were building towards a Hardy feud with them, which I think would have been really
Would
good
have been
for them.
would have been so good because they're so good on the mic too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah. So after that, there was just a stare down between Lashley and Roman, and that's it. Basically, it's not much to say. So far besides the Ronda Rousey thing and the Dolph Ziggler win, it's very uneventful. I mean, it's just a more of the same. You know, I mean, how many times can we see Sasha and Bailey go at it? Jinder he gets a lot of wins in single matches, man.
yeah.
Uh, I
And
mean,
then we got a Mojo Rawley No Way Jose match, right?
yeah, yeah.
Mojo's promo after the match I thought was pretty cool. He was like, "I was all about being hyped. Now I'm about being focused," which I want to see them do something with Mojo. I don't know what I want to see them do with him, but
I think it's very good. This was very much a squash match on No Way Jose. They're showing that No Way Jose has still a long way to go, and he's got to pay his dues more. Even though No Way Jose is very athletic, very good wrestler, very entertaining. Mojo Rawley has been around for a while in this main roster, and when Rawley hit that running forearm into the corner, he was like, "Good night." I don't know if you heard it. He said it, "Good night," which basically just put an exclamation point, which showed that he is fucking focused. He's ready to go. Now, what are they going to do with him? I have no clue. I have no clue what they're going to do.
yeah, I hope they don't feed him to Braun because he is
Oh,
a bigger dude that you could book with Braun, but I don't want him to feed him to Braun.
yeah, I think Mojo's going to go for the IC title. I think he's going to have a run for it. I think it would be good to get him on there. Get some new blood, man. Get some new faces in there. I don't see him beating Dolph Ziggler, but we'll see what happens. I mean, to move from there, now we have a little backstage interview with Dolph Ziggler. It was weird. Uh, it was a weird like interview. Like it didn't flow right. They like it just didn't. It felt like they tried to improvise, but it was just off. There was something wrong about the interview.
Yeah, and Charlie is usually, I don't know if it was Charlie or Renee, but both of them are very good with handling the interviews. I don't know what happened here.
Well, Renee was backstage with Seth Rollins.
So was
Um,
it Charlie with?
uh, that's a good question.
Either way, my point is both of them are really good at the backstage interviews. So I don't know, maybe Dolph was just hyped from winning the title. Huh.
Maybe I hope. All right, so we're going into the last match, the main event of the night here, which is Finn Balor and Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin. Now, everyone came down in wrestling gear except for Baron Corbin. He came down in the constable gear, which was a little weird because I didn't know if he was actually in the match or not. And then all of a sudden he starts wrestling in like regular dress clothes, which very quickly got like destroyed. But I mean, Braun was basically just being Braun, going after KO. You know, they had their little feud. But at the end, the finish was very, very good. Really puts Baron Corbin over. But is Baron Corbin even like a really active wrestler right now? Because he is a constable, and being constable, you would think he would have more of an off-air personality rather than being a wrestler. But he ends up hitting the end of days on the Finn Balor and gets the 3 count. So what do you do with that?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think Finn is as over as a lot of people think he is.
Well, he's not over with the back office. But definitely, that's not a thing. Uh, but yeah, what do you think of Raw? I like the definite high points for me. Dolph Ziggler winning the IC title because no one saw that coming.
The first hour. The first hour was great.
The first hour, Ronda Rousey coming out and raising hell. I mean, the Ronda Rousey clips alone on WWE network or on YouTube will get millions of views just because it's so entertaining to watch.
And I
She's not so much the female Brock Lesnar, but she is definitely the female fucking Samoa Joe. I'll tell you that.
and you got and if people are listening to us that haven't watched Raw, I definitely, if you want a good laugh, watch the B Team promo. It was hilarious.
You are so high on the B team.
I'm so high on the B Team. That's gonna be my next T-shirt.
You just get a white T-shirt and get a fucking black marker and make B team, and boom, you saved yourself a bunch of money.
Oh, but on the WWE one, it says on the back, it says B stands for best. So yeah, I'm very high on B Team. Yeah, SmackDown tonight. I will probably. I don't know your match schedule. I will probably be doing a solo recap of SmackDown and NXT tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm working tomorrow, so I gotta go make that money. So I gotta make the money, so it ain't happening tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe Matt can join you for that. We will see what happens. But thank you everyone for tuning in, and watching this little recap of Raw review with Ringside Hookah podcast.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, Chris. Thank you for watching, guys.